What's up guys, I'm the Ultimate Fighting Consultant and today we're breaking down all 12 fights for UFC 307 and at the end I will be dropping all my official bets as usual. If you like the video, make sure to subscribe and without further ado, let's get right into it. Opening up our card for UFC 307, we got two grizzled UFC vets going head to head here. I'm rolling with McGee and let's talk about why. Tim Means just got slept in his last fight against Uros Medic, so his chin has been looking a bit questionable. Meanwhile, McGee is one of those guys you just can't count out. He's tough as nails and always brings that relentless pace. And at plus 190, there's some serious value there. So don't sleep on McGee grinding out a probably boring decision win in what should be a much closer fight than these odds suggest. Next up, we got Carla Esparza, the former champion, taking on Tecia Pennington. And for this one, I'm going with Tecia Pennington. She's a minus 180 favorite, and I think her striking and ability to keep the fight on the feet will give her the edge here. Esparza is a good grappler, but Pennington's tough to take down. So look for her to outwork Esparza on the feet and win a scrappy decision. There's no bets for this fight, but I see this one going the distance and I see Pennington getting her hand raised here. Next up, we got Ryan Spann. He's taking on OSP. Spann is coming in as a minus 258 favorite, and honestly, he should be. OSP's a vet, but let's be real. He's been hot and cold lately. Even in his last fight against Kennedy Nzechukwu, where he got the win, I wasn't necessarily impressed with either of their performances. Spann, on the other hand, is younger, fresher, and hits like a truck. I expect Spann to bring the heat early and not let OSP settle into the fight. I see Spann getting it done here. I see him overwhelming OSP. And this will probably be our first evisceration of the card. Next up, we got Cesar Almeida taking on Ihor Potieria. And guys, this one feels like a setup for Almeida to shine. He's a minus 425 favorite, and Potieria, man, his chin has been sus. We've seen him get knocked out on multiple occasions. Almeida's got the kickboxing credentials, and Potieria just doesn't have the defense to handle that kind of heat. I'm expecting a highlight reel finish here. Almeida by evisceration seems like the most likely outcome. If Potieria gets caught early, it's lights out. Next up, we got Austin Hubbard taking on Alexander Hernandez. Now, Hernandez may be on a 2-fight skid, but he's got all the tools to turn it around here. He's explosive, dangerous, and at minus 180, I think we're getting solid value. Hubbard is durable, no doubt, but Hernandez has that next level ability when he's on, and I just think he's the better fighter in this matchup. So expect him to mix things up, strike a little bit, mix in the wrestling, and come out with a much needed win here. I think Hernandez is hungry, and he's going to show it in this fight. Next up, we got Marina Rodriguez taking on Iasmin Lucindo. I'm leaning Lucindo here. She's the minus 175 favorite, and honestly, I like her chances. She's younger, more aggressive, and has shown she could really push the pace. Rodriguez does have the experience, but Lucindo's pressure and volume might just be too much for her. I can see this one going the distance, and I see Lucindo outworking her for a decision win. Next up, we got Stephen Wonderboy Thompson taking on Numansa Buckley. And guys, this fight is part of our safety parlay for a reason. Joaquin Buckley is a minus 200 favorite, and I'm all in. He's 11 years younger, faster, and has a crystal clear game plan to win. Exploits Wonderboy's wrestling. Wonderboy might have the striking advantage, but Buckley's explosiveness and ability to get the fight to the ground should be the difference maker here. We just saw him execute that game plan perfectly against Nursultan Ruziboyev, so look for Buckley to make this dirty, get some ground control, and come out on top. Opening up our main card, we got Roman Dolidze taking on Kevin Holland. I'm loving Roman Dolidze as an underdog at plus 145, and we did bet him straight up. Holland's flashy, but Dolidze is the better grappler in this matchup, and we've seen Holland struggle against strong ground games before. Dolidze is ranked number 10 for a reason, and I think he's going to mix in takedowns and control the fight. On the feet, he's durable enough to hang with Holland, but on the ground, it's Dolidze's world. So expect him to grind out a tough win here. Next up, we got Ketlen Vieira taking on Kayla Harrison. Kayla Harrison's coming in as a minus 1,000 favorite in this one, and that's about as sure of a bet as you can get. She's a 2-time Olympic gold medalist in judo, and her grappling is next level. Vieira is solid, but she's got nothing for Harrison on the mat. I expect Harrison to get this to the ground early and finish it with a submission or just dominate every second of this fight. This one's not going to be close, guys. Next up, we got the legend Jose Aldo as a plus 120 underdog. How is that even possible? And I did get him at plus 145. If you guys subscribed, you already know from my shorts. So you would have got the better value there. So make sure to subscribe, by the way. But how is that possible? Aldo's been looking sharp, even at this stage in his career. And his last win over Jonathan Martinez proves that. He's still got plenty left in the tank. Bautista's good. But Aldo's experience, his leg kicks, those body shots, and fight IQ are a big advantage. I'm backing Aldo to remind everyone here why he's one of the greatest. And for our co-main event of the evening, we got Raquel Pennington, the champ, taking on Julianna Pena. Pennington is the champ and she's looking to make a statement here. Now, Julianna Pena has been talking a lot leading up to this fight. I'm the best, I'm this, I'm that. But let's look at the facts, guys. Julianna Pena is coming off a 2-year layoff. And that combined with the altitude in Salt Lake City could spell trouble for her cardio. Pennington's pressure, pace, and ability to push the fight should overwhelm Pena. I expect Pennington to outwork her and retain the belt here at UFC 307. And for our main event of the evening, we got the champ, Alex Pereira, coming in as a minus 500 favorite. Now, I'm hearing a lot of people saying this fight's close because, Roundtree's the most dangerous fighter that Alex Pereira has faced. And I think you can make that case, even though I think he's just a little more technical version of Jamal Hill. But why don't we look at the guys Roundtree has been fighting? His last 3 fights are against Anthony Smith, Chris Daukaus, and Dustin Jacoby. So the reality here is Alex Pereira is the most dangerous striker Khalil Roundtree's ever faced. Roundtree's dangerous though. He's quick, he has a lot of power. But if Pereira shows up in the form we saw against Jiri Prochazka in that last fight, this could get ugly very fast. Pereira's power, precision, and championship experience will be too much for Roundtree. I'm expecting Pereira to put on a clinic and absolutely eviscerate Khalil Roundtree to close out this card. And now it's time for our official bets. We have 7 bets so far that I'm liking. And remember, guys, some of these bets, the odds are much higher than when I got them at. So remember to subscribe because I post these bets on my shorts when I place them. With that being said, let's get into our straight bets. We have 3 of them. And all 3, conveniently enough, are underdogs. First, we got our first fight to open the card. We have 0.15 units on Court McGee, which we got at plus 190. He's now dropped to a plus 170. Next up, we got a quarter of a unit on Roman Dolidze. We got him as a plus 145 underdog, and he is currently a plus 120 underdog. And finally, our third straight bet, we got 0.35 units on the King of Rio, Jose Aldo, as a plus 145 dog. He's also sitting at plus 120 now. You see the correlation, guys? Each of those bets we got a better value than it currently is. That's why you have to subscribe, so you could get a notification of my bets when I post them on YouTube Shorts, so you could also get the better value. Next up, we move to our parlays. We have 4 different parlays, with one of them being the safety bet of the week. First up, we got 0.6 units on Ryan Spann and Almeida on the money line. I think both of these guys should win here. Next up, we got 0.4 units on Hernandez and Lucindo on the money line. Our third parlay, we got 0.6 units on Kayla Harrison and Raquel. Remind you, Raquel Pennington, not the other one, on the money line. And for our safety bet of the week, we got 1.25 units on Buckley and Alex Pereira on the money line. That's all my bets so far, guys. Let me know what you think. Drop your bets in the comments. Make sure to subscribe and let's get this money on Saturday. And with that being said, the Ultimate Fighting Consultant is out.